What's hanging over your shoulder when you're fast asleep? Posted to the oddly terrifying subreddit by Squally Boss. The creepy image shows exactly what's going on behind you. When you turn your back toward the rest of your room at night, as you face the wall, these creeps are getting closer. While most say it's crazy to put your bed in the middle of the room for exactly this reason, Redditor Lone Wolf YouTube 7 has a strategy. He writes, "I'm protected because I cover myself with my blanket. Do you think a blanket will protect you from these demons? Or did this meme just ruin your favorite sleeping position?" The floodwaters are barreling down the pipe right at you. You've got nowhere to turn. What would you do? Posted to TikTok by Mike Clark, this scary video shows a group sitting in an open-air bus, about to witness the greatest terror of their lives. As they sit calmly, a rush of water turns a corner up ahead, rounding some houses and flowing right toward them. People on the bus start screaming. Others grab their phones to take photos and video. The water bursts out of the adjacent home's windows and pours toward their bus. Although the screaming continues, the people in the video remain unnervingly calm. Because it turns out this is a tour at Universal Studios. What you're witnessing here is nothing but movie-making magic. I gotta say, it definitely fooled me. Will some horse whisperer please tell us if this equine is living or passed on? Posted to the Ghosts subreddit. Regular Joe 500 says a horse passed away in this pasture near his home a few years ago. He also said there are currently no animals in this pasture. And yet the security footage shows a ghost white horse walking along the plowed pasture, disappearing in the darkness. Regular Joe says that while this horse is white, the horse that passed away was black. A white horse is thought to be the harbinger of misfortune according to some. Many in the comments suggest it's a living horse and tell Joe to check for hoof prints, but the Redditor counters this by saying that the pasture was empty both when he got home from work and in the morning before he left. Would his neighbor let a horse out to pasture only during the night? Though there is no concrete answer, Sierra Clouder asks the most pertinent question: what kind of unfinished business could a horse possibly have? Now that's a good question. Published by the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 in December of 2016, this viral event shows a procession of the Catholic faith during a religious parade. But what happens next is certainly mysterious. In the video, a statue of Jesus carrying his cross is held as the parade is paused. Just as music is about to play, the statue's head moves left to right and then lifts upward. Although skeptics say it could just be the wind, believers think it may be a miracle. They also argue that the rest of the figure doesn't move, apart from its robe, but the head movement seems deliberate. They claim the head seems to be lifting toward the sky. What do you think? Is this a miracle? Or is there some other explanation? Are babies more in tune with the spirit world? Published by Susan Payton 1 in October of 2012, this short clip seems to indicate that babies, like animals, really do have a sixth sense. The video shows a dad making faces at his baby, who is laughing and watching him intently. A moment later, an orb flies across the screen. The baby immediately loses interest in her father and watches the orb cross the room. What is this baby seeing? It appears to me this baby can see something in this room that his parents cannot.
What am I doing?
The historic Jefferson Hotel in Jefferson, Texas is notorious for its history and for its hauntings. The century-old hotel on the Big Cypress Bayou still hosts a handful of guests, primarily phantom ones. Published in February of 2022, this creepy capture purports to show one of these guests appearing in the bar of the hotel. Look closely at the reflection in the window of the bar. The photo was taken at the historic Jefferson Ghost Walk during a presentation. While presenting, the tour operator noticed something seemingly staring at him in the window. A close-up of the figure shows what looks like the reflection of an angry demon glaring at him. The tour operator says he knows our brains are good at conjuring faces and objects. It's a psychological phenomenon called pareidolia, defined by Merriam-Webster as the tendency to perceive a specific, often meaningful image in a random or ambiguous visual pattern. Still, he can't help but wonder if this is pareidolia, or if he happened to capture a photo of one of the many phantoms that have long haunted the hotel's halls. Others have also pointed out the creepy mini faces in the two bottom frames of the window, but the face in the top frame definitely looks more defined, with nostrils, eye sockets, cheekbones, the whole profile. What do you think? Is this reflecting reality, or reflecting our own psyche?
There it is again. And there's also someone else pointed out, like on the bottom, it looked kind of weird, like there were little faces staring in the window right here.
Break out the Kinect in a cemetery and you're bound to be dancing with ghosts. Published by Greg and Heather's Explorations, the pair's first encounter happens quite early on. While using a Kinect, this figure appears to them. Another is laying across a gravestone as Heather explores the cemetery further. Yet another is standing under a tree and communicates with Heather for a bit. Later, there appears to be several standing together. This area seems quite active. In another clip, Heather is holding hands with a spirit. This crazy footage could prove that the passed on are all around us. Proof that you wish you did not watch.
Where'd he go? He's gone. Horses? Oh yeah, there he is. Look. You see his hands? Watch his hands.
Oh my God, look at that.
Watch, look, he's grabbing her hand. Look.
Still doing it?
Yeah.
Steph's basement is a haunted haven for paranormal activity. Reese didn't truly believe it until now. Published by Steph's Basement 89 in March of 2011, this scary video was captured at around 10 p.m. In the clip, a closet door in the corner of the room suddenly pops open. Then Reese, apparently frightened, pops up and runs out of the room. Steph writes, "I don't know if I'm happier that I got the door opening on video. Reese is supposed to be the brave one who claims she doesn't care about the basement. We can imagine she'll probably care now." This paranormal investigator is about to encounter evil itself. Published by Dark Mystic in February of 2022, as the guy gets ready for his overnighter, the table upon which he set up some candles starts to move on its own. Later, another desk begins to shake aggressively. This is followed by a heavy chair skidding across the room. The same thing happens a second time, as Xenia is adjusting a candle on the table. Could the responsible party be whatever is walking on the ceiling above? And what will happen when it comes down? This creepy clip will set your hair on end. Published by The Haunted One in June of 2020, the brief footage reveals a very personal haunting. The clip shows a person, who I presume is sleeping. After a moment, the right pant leg of the person's shorts is pulled upward by something unseen. While the context of the clip goes unexplained, some of the comments interpret the scene, focusing on the surrounding objects. One commenter points out the creepy dolls, suggesting that the resident remove them from the house and put them into storage to see if the hauntings will stop. Is this the result of a possessed doll? It might be wise to test the theory. Thank you so much for getting me to 10,000 subscribers here on my Clips channel. If you want to support, please press that subscribe button. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers next. Thank you.